This thing. Hey, we're back at it again. My name's Casey. This is the Monday 5:30 Mindfulness Meditation Hour happening live. Um, Monday, February 17th. I'm the oldest of five kids, two brothers, two sisters, and we're all kind of scattered about the US. So I have my youngest sister. She lives in New York right now. My sister Tessa lives in Arizona. My brother Greg lives in Massachusetts. Kind of outside of the city in Massachusetts, and in the main city outside of Boston. And my youngest brother Franklin lives in North Dakota. I, of course, live in beautiful Northern California. And one of the things that I do is I look up the weather in different parts where my family is. And I grew up in Durango, Colorado, which can get really cold. Sometimes I feel cold up here, although right now it's 53 degrees, a high of 59, and partly cloudy in Cupertino. So really not that bad. We've had some rain. It's been kind of cold, whatever. But in Durango, it's 38 degrees right now, high of 44, low of 25. Pretty chilly, right? No snow. In North Dakota, however, it's negative 21 degrees right now. It's negative 21. The high is negative 12. The low is negative 28 for today. That's today. The week is, let's see, looks like the low is tomorrow, the lowest. That's negative 33. And the high is negative 6. He has a high of negative 6, my brother. It always blows my mind. Some places in the world, I just think that humans shouldn't live. It's like at what point when you were walking through, did people look around and go, this looks like a good place. We should live here. We should stop here and live here. Um, and then one person's like, it's kind of cold. And they're like, Robert, if you want to keep going, then go ahead by all means. The idea of being so cold kind of keeps me warm when I feel cold here. In other words, I'm keeping it in perspective because I'm aware of other um, environments throughout the world. And I realized recently that that's one of the reasons why I'm such a news junkie as well. I read the news, various sources, multiple times throughout the day. And part of that just helps keep my day in perspective. Maybe I'm stuck in traffic or something, and then I remember that there was a plane crash or there was a flood or there's just all these things happening, millions and millions of things, um, simultaneously, all at the same time. And here I am, just kind of living my life, and it helps to conceptualize things that I can appreciate in my life. For instance, I may feel cold, but if I know it's colder elsewhere, that can help me appreciate the temperature that I have now. Months and months ago, I had some pretty serious back pain, and actually, I ended up in the emergency room, and I haven't felt that pain since, which is good. It's not that I dread or fear feeling that pain again, but to not have it feels really, really good. And of course, I'm of the nature to grow old, to get sick, to die, all of these things I'm fully aware of. But to have been in an immense amount of pain and then to find myself being able to, in the comfort of my own home, just relax and meditate and just be there with my breath, with my body, with whatever the present moment's giving me, that is a luxury. It's a luxurious experience. And even when I feel anxious, which I often do, it's just like a biochemical thing of mine. I just feel anxious. It doesn't really matter about what, it's just anxiety. It's part of my daily life. And I can take that personally. I can really worry about it. I can let it stress me out, or I can just think, well, yeah, I have anxiety now. I didn't like a couple hours ago, and I may not have it later. It's just, it's this temperature right here. This is my experience, and in other places at other times, and in other areas, things are different. Thich Nhat Hanh says, the mind can move in 1,000 different directions, but on this beautiful path, I choose peace. The mind can move in 1,000 different directions, but on this beautiful path, I choose peace. And so when I sit down and I think about the news and the different weather patterns in the world, and storms and things like that, it just puts me a little bit deeper in touch with whatever the present moment's giving me. And I think that we get that opportunity every time we sit down to meditate. Whatever's going on is whatever's going on, and it will change. I think that that's the biggest takeaway that meditation teaches us. It's going to change. It will change, and it will change, and it will change, and it will change again. Your experience is going to change. And when we sit there and we are actually watching that change, when we are involved in noticing or witnessing, being a part of that change, we tend to take the change less personally. And then when we have anxiety, we recognize, oh yeah, I've practiced this before. It's a different kind of weather pattern. If you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. That's what we used to say in Colorado. We can't say that in California, but in Colorado, we certainly can. If you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. If you don't like how you're feeling or what you're thinking or the experience you're having, just wait it out. Breathe, relax, stay with it, and allow it to move because it will change. That's something that we know. But if we practice that and we start to really integrate that into our breath, into our meditation experience, that integrates itself into other parts of our life as well. And so meditation gives us a deeper perspective, gives us a wider, more holistic understanding of life in general, our life, and the life that we experience around us. And so, whenever we sit down, we get an opportunity to really connect with whatever the present moment's giving us. And it will change, and it will change, and it will change again. And we can embrace that change. And then it goes less from knowledge, which is, we all know everything changes. Um, this too shall pass. It's a big cliche. But from knowledge to wisdom, wisdom is the experience, the knowing fundamentally, deeply, truly that things will change and we don't have to take that change too personally or even too seriously. We can appreciate it in the time in which we experience it. So find yourself in a comfortable seated position, 20 minutes right now, whatever the present moment is giving you. Find a long spine, take a few cycles of breath, then eyes gently closed. Take a few deep breaths. And whenever you're ready, gently blink your eyes open. It can be helpful at times to think of our mood, our thoughts, our experience as a kind of infinitely complex weather pattern, one that is always changing, always changing. We tend to forget that we are nature. Our bodies are comprised of earth, water, air, um, fire. All these elements make up the composition of our body. We're as much a product of nature as a tree or a cloud. We tend to forget that. And since nature is, in essence, change is the most natural thing in the world, we have the option to tune in fully to our experience, whether it's hot, cold, sub-zero, storms, sunny, etc. We have the option to tune in and appreciate whatever our experience is in the present moment. And that's a kind of gift that we can give ourselves. It's a practice. And it always helps to know that while our mind can move in 1,000 different directions on this beautiful path, we can choose peace. I want to thank you as always for sharing your practice with me. Cheers. Enjoy your week. Stay warm. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Casey. Everybody have a good week.